Alright guys, Lord Sender here. So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I've been losing quite a few matches with the Kryptonite build, and so I was getting pretty bored of that build, decided to put it away for a while, and I went back to my Felinor. This Felinor account is level 39, it has the Attunementless with the Sacred Hammer. I'm sure you've seen this build on the channel before, and I decided just to play some games, just to get adjusted to Attunementless again. This build, in my opinion, is pretty ridiculously unoptimized. The stats really are not good, and I have cloth armor and like 300 HP, and so I was expecting to lose some matches. But after a few matches, I was winning them all, and I started to feel myself, and I was wondering how long of a win streak could I go on. And so I just played for the next hour straight, and I won 24 matches in a row. My win streak didn't actually end. I won the last fight in dominant fashion, but I just decided to move on because I was getting kind of bored of playing on the same build for a long time. It got me thinking, if I can get 24 wins in a row on a pretty bad build, then if I optimize a build like this, and give it good HP gear and good armor, then maybe you can actually win like 100 matches in a row. So that's going to be my next challenge. I'm going to try and win 50 matches in a row, and if I can do that, then I'll try and win 100 matches in a row. The crazy part to me is that I didn't expect an attunementless build to do so well, but it really messed everyone up. I think people are starting to realize that attunementless isn't bad, it's actually a meta attunement right now. I'd go so far as to say that the mid-game mantras that you can get for attunementless are actually top tier. They're better than most of the element mantras. Strong Left, even after getting nerfed so much, is still one of the best mantras in the game. It basically instantly guard breaks and it's really fast. And Rapid Punches is also goated. I've shown you so many times the potential that Rapid Punches has in helping you get a free M1. Master's Flourish is pretty good because it's hard to parry and it chips through block as well. I really just think in the mid game, maybe less so in the late game when people have more stat points, attunementless is top tier actually. Like, I think the narrative that attunementless is bad is starting to fade away, and I'd go so far as to say that medium attunementless is pretty much S tier if you get the right mantras and the right talents. This build is probably the most subtly overpowered build that you've seen, because there's nothing like egregiously broken about it, but it's the fact that having attunementless allows you to do all these crazy things because you have all the other talents. You don't have to put points into your magic. You can really just go ham, especially in low level Q, like I'm currently level 39 right now. The most ridiculous thing to me was that I literally had 65 medium weapon. I didn't even have 100. A lot of these guys who I was facing had Shattered Katanas and Serpent's Edge with 100 medium, and I was still beating them up pretty easily. I came really close to losing once. That guy was goated as hell. He was also attunementless, surprise surprise. So what's the moral of the story? Don't just blindly trust the community's opinion. Everyone says that attunementless is really bad, but it's not. It's actually like sleeper OP. I will concede that it does fall off a bit towards the late game because the people who invest their points into magic early on have more stats, so that the difference between your attunementless talents and theirs is reduced a lot. But during the level 30, 40, and even 50 queue, this attunementless build can slap. This is probably one of the best builds to win Arena 1v1s in. And it's also a high skill build too, because you do need to make the most use out of move stacking and mantra cancelling to make this work. I'm probably going to try and min-max this build and make the exact same thing, but make it way more stronger and optimized, and give it really good armor and HP, so that I can try and aim for a 100 win streak. The crazy part about this win streak was that, like, my build is so unoptimized. I don't have an enchant, I don't have high HP, I have cloth armor, like, I have 65 medium weapon, and if you're still able to have all those things, all those weaknesses, and win 24 matches in a row, then what will happen when you get an enchant on your weapon? What will happen when you get 400 HP instead of 300 HP? What will happen when you have 30% armor? Really looking forward to where I can go with these attunementless builds, and I'll relay the results to you. I'll definitely be trying to improve this build and making a new version of it. But yeah, the basic principles of this build is you basically want to diversify into every single stat except for willpower. I actually made this build before Overflowing Dam was nerfed, so you may actually want to just get 0 intelligence, it may be unnecessary. So instead of 35 intelligence like I did, you can just go for 25 charisma, and then try and go for extra strength and fortitude as well. I can imagine this build being even more crazy when I get the fortitude mantras like brace. I mean, like, how much more OP can this shit even get? Like, it's actually just ridiculous what you can do to some people. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this build. It's pretty easy to use but hard to master. Attunementless is one of the highest skill cap magics in the game, so you actually will improve a lot by using this compared to something like fire or ice. I'm gonna play the next 20 matches for you guys to watch if you don't believe me. This is a crazy win streak. I hope you guys learned something new, and have fun with Attunementless. See ya.